Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do part 2 of my top 25 horror remakes. Now, a disclaimer I had at the end of the last video that I probably should have had at the beginning, and I'll say it now, is that I'm not going to include horror remake sequels, such as Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 or Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I'm trying to stick with the original remakes, and, well, I'll get to that one in a minute, but also the Americanized versions of films, which I do believe were just made so that people didn't have to read subtitles. So, let's get started with number 20, The Crazies. I do like the original, but I almost prefer this one better. I know that's probably not going to be a very popular opinion, but I just feel that this one maybe explains a little bit more. And the original, while I do love the film, is very raw and rough. And I'm sure that's what a lot of people love about the original. But this seems a little bit more polished and, I don't know, just a little bit less, definitely better acted. So that is number 20, The Crazies. Coming in at number 19, Piranha. This movie is so much fun. This is one of those types of films that you just kind of turn off your brain, pop some popcorn, and just have a ball with it. I don't really know what else to be said about this one, but it's just a good time. It's definitely, I think, a worthy remake for a very different reason. But that is number 19, Piranha. Coming in at number 18. This may surprise some people. Rob Zombie's Halloween. I do like this remake. Nothing will ever, of course, take the place of the original, which is very beloved in my heart. But I thought he did a pretty good job with this. I like the backstory that they go into. While I am not a fan of the kid who plays Michael Myers, I do like the thought process that went into it. But this is I think this is really a good film. I actually don't mind the sequel, but it's probably one of my least favorite Halloween movies because I think it goes a little too far out there with the white horses and it's just kind of, it's got a lot of weirdness in it, in my opinion. But yeah, that's Rob Zombie's Halloween, coming in at number 18. Coming in at number 17, The Blob. I love this remake. This was actually one I didn't care for the first time I watched it, and I think it was because I was, let's see, this came out in the late 80s, so I was probably intoxicated and very tired. So this was definitely at the end of my high school years, and I don't think I paid enough attention to it. And like I said, I wasn't in the right frame of mind to really enjoy it. But giving it a chance years later, it's become definitely, well, I mean, it's in my top 25 horror remakes. So I think a few more watches of this, it probably would have made it a little higher, but this is where it is for now. So that's number 17, The Blob. Coming in at number 16, The Last House on the Left. The original is an incredibly brutal film, and also like I said about the Crazies earlier, it's incredibly raw. I don't prefer this one to the original. I love the original for what it is. It definitely was a movie that stayed with me after I watched it. But this one I thought was a worthy remake. I really enjoyed it. And this actually has Aaron Paul in it from Breaking Bad. Yeah. So that is number 16, The Last House on the Left, the remake. And as usual, I will leave you with a few that were considered, but didn't actually make the cut. The Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, of course, you saw that in my last video on my double pack. And The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, not the one with Tom Cruise. Now, the last one I'm going to mention gets a lot of hate, but I actually don't mind it, and it was considered for this list. It is the Prom Night remake. I'm very good at disconnecting myself from the original and taking the remake or reimagining, if you will, as a completely new film that doesn't have anything to do with the original. It's always been something I've been good at, and it's probably why I like so many horror remakes. So that is kind of a disclaimer for that one. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know how you feel. And if you like what you hear or see, hit that like button and subscribe. But until next time, peace.